Today's episode is brought to you by AOS Kitchens, the South's leading outdoor kitchen design and installation specialists. Welcome to another episode of the Meet and Greet Barbecue Podcast. So today we have got John Wilson back on the podcast. We last spoke to him in 2023. He's just finished the Barbecue Community Cookbook. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Without much further ado, here's John. So John, welcome back to the podcast. I was having a quick look, and the last time that you were with us was April 2023, so nearly 3 years ago. How have you been?
Yeah, very well. Very busy, as you can imagine. But yeah, I can't believe it was 3 years ago. So it's time flies. Yeah,
Absolutely. Well, we're super excited to have you back. Obviously, there's been a real buzz over the last week or so about the Barbecue Community Cookbook. I've got my copy here. Very excited.
Yeah.
There you have that. We've done our promotional bit now.
Yeah.
So obviously, of course, we wanted to get you back. We briefly spoke about it way back in 2023. Talk about what's happened since then, because obviously it's now here. It's now a product.
Yes. So back in 2023, I decided, or we decided to put a cookbook together. It was basically me and my sister. Just around that sort of time, we unfortunately lost my dad to cancer, and we wanted to do something for his memory, and plus to raise money for charities. So we decided on a cookbook, and I had a chat with Paul from Flames Barbecue about it, because I was on the Sizzle Show, because I had this massive fascination about cookbooks. Cork from Sizzle Show interviewed me. Lots of messages, bring your own book out. Paul from Flames Barbecue got in touch. He said, why don't you do it? I mean, to be honest, I'm from a construction background. Obviously, there's not many people go around editing and doing cookbooks and books of any sort of ilk. But that's what it was. So we decided to put it all together. I got a few people together. There was Tom from Smoked Face Griller. He jumped on board. There was Lee, Smoke and Sear. He was on board, and also my sister. So we got it all together. The little team of us. Lee very kindly, with his website at Smoke and Sear, opened that up for people to download recipes. We got all that sorted out. It took me, I think, a good year to get recipes in. The bit I didn't think about was how many duplicate recipes I would have. And then I made the thing saying was, don't worry about it. If you've submitted a recipe, I'll include you in the book. I didn't realise that I was going to get like 6 mac and cheeses and things like that. But I'd already made a promise. So it was difficult really to put all these recipes into separate chapters. I didn't quite think about it in the right sort of way, because you say to everybody, right, send me a recipe, I can put it in a book. What I should have said was, if you send me so many starters, main meals, bits and pieces, have a little bit more thought about it and a bit more structure around it. But yeah, we got there in the end, and we ended up with 100 recipes, I think there was. I got it all edited, got it into various chapters, and the big thing was that me and my sister were actually going to fund this to self-publish it. So it was just after COVID. We had some prices for, say, 1,000 copies, I think it was. And it was somewhere between £5,000 and £6,000. Can't quite remember exact figures. And after a year, nearly a year and a half of us trying to put this together, costs just, I think, nearly quadrupled.
Yeah, paper went through the roof, didn't it? The cost of paper. Publishers, we were back then, so we know exactly what you're talking about.
It went from probably between 5 and 6 grand to, I think, nearly 15,000 for 1,000 copies. So we had to make the decision of, how do we do this now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Basically, the finances were sky high. And unfortunately, I had to make the decision of thank you all very much, but unfortunately, I ain't going to be able to do this. I didn't have a clue on editing, publishing. My computer skills were absolutely zero. My English was terrible. I was thrown out of school in the last year, so I didn't have much of a clue of what to do. Then some people started saying, "Oh, go down the KDP route," which is Amazon's publishing side of things, which is basically free, but you have to put it all together yourself. And that is probably 2 years after I started, maybe a bit more, maybe 2.5 years. I looked at the KDP route and had a little look at it, and I thought, I can't do this. I just haven't got a clue of how to put a book together. You can ask loads of people about it, but you've actually got to physically sit there, generate all these recipes. Obviously, the recipes that were coming in, everybody done it on a Word document, but everybody's recipe was slightly different formatted.
Yeah.
So I had to reformat everything so everything looked the same, which when you've got no computer skills, it got very, very difficult. But the good thing of it is, and I'm not a great believer of the AI, but actually I copied and pasted one of the recipes. I was only just messing around one night and I copied and pasted one of the recipes, put it into AI, asked it to format it into a KDP format recipe, did it, and it spat it back out. I thought, well, this could work.
Yeah.
So then I tried it on another one and it came back right again. So I had a bit of a gist of what to do. So once I'd got the template set up for the size of the book, I just spent month after month with every recipe, formatting it into the KDP format template and just worked my way through 204 pages.
A labour of love, John.
It was. I'm one of these that if I start doing something, I want to finish it, and it was quite upsetting, obviously, with the personal thing regarding the book.
Yeah.
And plus, me having a big mouth and telling everybody don't worry about it, you'll get a recipe in a book. But yeah, I did it, and it's all out now, which was a massive, probably the biggest achievement I've probably done, considering 6 months ago I'd never even done anything like this at all. I mean, I've learned how to use a computer, I know how to edit, I know how to publish, and but yeah, we're raising money for charity. Unfortunately, going through the KDP route is financially you don't make a lot of money out of it, because obviously Amazon take a big chunk of it. I mean, to print, the cost to print one of these books, I think I've put it out, it was about £16.39p. Then Amazon take another cut on top of that, so it come out, the break-even figure for Amazon was £27 so many pence. They would not let me put that up for sale any less than that, because that is their break-even figure.
Yeah.
So to sell it at £30, unfortunately, I only make £1.61p for the charities. But it is what it is. I've got it out there, and one of the other big reasons was with my passion for cookbooks is I wanted to give people a chance. I mean, this barbecue community, there is a few people who obviously have the books published, and Genevieve Taylor and Marcus Bowden and people like that. They'll get their books done. But 90% of the people on this barbecue community never would have the opportunity to have a recipe into a cookbook. And that was another big thing I wanted to do. And like this weekend, seeing people's faces when they've got the book and they're opening it up and they see their recipe in print, that was special. That was really, really special. And it meant a lot. So, yeah, I've achieved what I wanted to do. And yeah, it's all worked out. And it's been a great couple of weeks. Thank you. It's surprising, because I was quite anxious before it got put out there, because I didn't know. I mean, I thought it was okay. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I thought, yeah, that's good. It looks like one of my cookbooks, or similar to a cookbook I've got at home.
Yeah.
But how is everybody else going to look at it? You know, I don't know. You know, but people are going to pick it up. Is it going to be what they expected? are the recipe layouts going to be right? So I was a little bit anxious, but yeah, the response from everybody has been absolutely fantastic. So,
well, so vulnerable putting something out there like that, and the achievement of getting it out there after everything that happened, John, is like amazing. But I completely understand that fear of what will people think when they actually see it, you
yes,
know, and because we are all our own biggest critics, right? But
yes.
I understand what you're saying about the feeling when you see other people get hold of it and their reactions, but how did it feel getting your copy, the first one that came through? That must have been a big moment for you.
Well, this one I've got here, there's only two of these copies because there's me and my sister got these copies. Now, these are proof copies.
Yeah.
So I'd gone through on laptops with my sister and we'd gone through it over Christmas because I wanted to get it out prior to Christmas, but there was just too much editing to do to get it all right. So we went through it all on a laptop, me and my sister, for a couple of days solid, just hours and hours and hours going through it all, making sure it was right, blah, 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 blah. And I also, just very quickly, I had Laura from the Hodgkiss family just prior to Christmas. I wanted somebody to proofread it, and I was talking to Adam, her future husband, and we was on about it, and I asked her if she'd like to, or if she wouldn't mind if she could proofread it for me, and she did. So she came back with some bits that needed editing. So I sort of did those bits. And then me and my sister sat over Christmas editing it all. And I thought, that's it, we're sorted. You know, so I pressed the button on KDP, uploaded it all up. It took me Steve Stark Design. He designed the cover for us and the back. But I couldn't get it to fit in the KDP template. And there was loads of bits, and finally we got it all into one to fit into the template. I thought this looks perfect. Press the button, it uploaded onto their website, and it said, right, now you can have a proof copy. So right, we'll get two proof copies. I'll get one and my sister will get one. So I gets one, and I'm flicking through it. I thought, well, that doesn't look too bad. And then there was one recipe. It was from Matt Burgess, Matt Black.
Yeah.
And as I turned the page over, I thought, that font size doesn't look the same as the other ones. And the font size on most of the pages is font size 12. When I turned it back and I folded both the pages over, Matt's recipe was in 11. So that was the first problem. And then we started flicking through it. And I was so despondent. It was, there must have, I just didn't see it. I think I just got that blinded by it all. Yeah. I just wanted to get it out there and get it out there. And I sort of went through, the other thing was as well, when I looked at these pages, I thought, because obviously I've got to set an index up on it. Now, to set the index was really difficult because I kept going back to, say, brisket, under B, page 11, and that was it. But what had happened was, when we was editing it originally, it knocked everything out of sync, and it's the only thing I didn't check. And it wouldn't be so bad if it was one of the recipes towards the end of the book, but it wasn't. It was one of the first ones. And it just knocked everything out of sync just by one page. Some pages it fell right, depending on where it was in the book. But yeah, we ended up with 2-3 days going through the proof, editing it all, back onto the laptop again, making sure the sister read her version, I read my version. We went through it all again and again and again. And yeah, we finally got it right. So then I had to press the button for it to go up on sale. And that was a bit nerve-wracking because I pressed it and it says, within 72 hours, this will be live. And I pressed it on the Saturday. So I thought Sunday, it said between 24 and 72 hours. So I pressed the button, Sunday morning, nothing. Monday morning, nothing. So then I'm starting getting a bit anxious and I'm thinking, what's happened? Have I done something wrong? So I'm emailing Amazon They're just replying me back saying it takes 72 hours. Then on the Tuesday it dropped, and that's when it came out. So I had to quickly do some sort of video and a story thing just to say that it would.
I mean, there's been a lot of social media. I've seen lots of people excited with their copies.
Oh yeah.
So I'm hoping that kind of anxiousness has kind of melted away now, John.
Yeah. I don't usually get too anxious about stuff. It was just that when people are paying money, if it was for free, yeah, I wouldn't probably feel. But when people are spending £30, especially this time of year, for a book, and I'm thinking, is it right? But yeah, once it got out there and people, I mean, yeah, the response has been, well, I'm blown away by it, to be honest. It was quite an emotional few days, to be honest. It was good, and there was some lovely comments, and plus I've done a dedication at the front for my dad and things like that. So yeah, it is rather special. It's
I think it's like like you have like a community village pub where everyone's involved, and and I think that's the beauty of the book, isn't it? Even I appreciate that worry, but people wanted to be part of it and happy to purchase it because they're part of the community.
Yeah,
and obviously charity is the added bonus, right? That it is there to help other people, and obviously ultimately that's the core goodness of the barbecue community, isn't it? It's people.
It's the thing is though, I didn't realize when we started doing this that there's so many rules and regulations about mentioning said charities.
Mm-hmm.
Macmillan Cancer and Young Minds Mental Health Charities are the two charities, but I couldn't actually use their logos in the book, and I couldn't mention them in a way of all the proceeds are going to the said charities. I had to go down the legal side of things. I had to fortunately, my brother-in-law has a big company in Hull, and he has an on-tap solicitor, a lawyer. So I just quickly asked them and they went through it all, and they said, you've got to be so careful about what you can and can't do. I'd messaged Macmillan Cancer and Young Minds, and they were under the same thing. It's brilliant what you're doing, but please don't do this, that, and the other. And it's there is some parts of the book where I actually did mention them, and I thought, well, what were they going to do with it? But yeah, it was a difficult thing. I just didn't realise. And when I spoke to somebody at Macmillan Cancer, they were saying nowadays it's such a strict thing because people were saying we're going to raise money for charity and then disappearing off to the Cayman Islands with a suitcase full of money, and that is the problem. But no, it's been brilliant, to be honest, and it's nice that everybody. The biggest thing is when you see people open the book, like I said earlier, and you see people with the recipes and things like that. It does make you think, yeah, that is somewhat special. It's something that not everybody gets to do. So I'm very fortunate, really, to be able to do this, and the barbecue community, people like yourselves and everybody else who's supported it and submitted recipes and things like that. It's for everybody, really. I'm just a person who compiled it all and came up with a silly idea.
Well, you're the person who invented it. Yeah, and invented it.
If you've been looking or thinking about an outdoor kitchen, then look no further than AOS Outdoor Kitchens.
They are the South's leading outdoor kitchen design and installation specialists.
Their extensive showroom is based just outside Bournemouth on the Dorset-Hampshire border, and as well as numerous in-store displays, also features a live outdoor kitchen where they cook every week on Kamado grills, pizza ovens, and all filmed and shown on YouTube.
They offer a wealth of knowledge on how to transform your patio into the most incredible outdoor dining area with styles and options to suit every budget, and you can guarantee they will be able to create something perfectly suited to you and your home.
They stock and supply everything that you're going to need for outdoor cooking, including barbecues, Kamado ovens, pizza ovens, outdoor fridges, and every accessory that you would need to become the ultimate outdoor chef.
So if you want to make yourself the envy of your friends and neighbours, get in touch with them today to arrange a consultation and take the first step in transforming your back garden into the most incredible entertainment space.
Visit aoskitchens.co.uk.
The other thing that I imagine must have felt strange is all the time that you got back after finishing it, because it's a real passion piece, right? A labour of love that you've done for years and years and years, and all of a sudden that time is back. Are you already looking at kind of what's next? Are you cooking more? What is it?
No, well, unfortunately, I was in hospital last year, so I with a gallstone problem, which is sort of an infection that spread into various organs, and I was in hospital for about a week, and I've been on a low-fat diet ever since. So, I mean, I've lost about 3.5 stone in weight, and
Wow.
but my cooking really hasn't. It has suffered quite a bit, really. So I'm eating loads of chicken, but yes, once that was over and done with, and I got to a certain stage with the cookbook where I was just waiting around, I did start another one.
Oh,
You started another one?
Yes. So there is going to be a volume 2.
Oh, awesome.
So, and then once I started one, I thought, what other ideas could I have to keep it community based? So I've got volume 2, volume 3, and volume 4. So they're all totally different.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, these aren't going to be coming out in the next. If I can do one a year, I think I've worked it out that if I start volume 2 now, I should be able to do it by this time next year.
Yeah.
Now I'm on a roll, you see. I've got the template, I know what to do, etc. It's just if I go down the KDP route again, is the other thing. Unless there's some kind publisher out there wants to come and help me and publish the book.
If we just at and tag every single publisher as we post this episode.
It's the thing is though, I have looked at this, and somebody did say that once you've got one out and you've made a decent go of it, you have a bit better chance of trying to find somebody to come out and publish it. I don't know how these things work, but yeah. So volume 2. So volume 2 is, I can tell you a little bit about volume 2. So it's going to be very similar to the concept we have with the original one. This is going to be global recipes. So I've picked different regions from around the world. So you've got like Australasia, South Asia, Central America, Southern America, Mediterranean, Europe, all these sort of places. Now, what I've had to do this time is I've picked out recipes or dishes, should I say, from each of these places. And we've got 8, or I've got 8 in each chapter. And to make things slightly easier for myself, and also I don't get duplicate recipes, is that I will be releasing so many chapters at a time. People then see the dishes. They can choose a dish they want to do, put their own spin on it, send it all back to me. I'll edit it and put it in the book.
Nice.
That is my way of thinking of how to do it. The other thing I've thought about is this, like, there's a lot of dishes here. Yes, there's like the American chapter, which has your briskets, your pulled porks, things like that. But then I've got sort of dishes from Korea, China, Japan, dishes that people probably don't cook every day, which then I'm thinking that's going to give somebody an opportunity just to push the boundaries a little bit, gives them a bit of an opportunity to cook something slightly different that they wouldn't do before, and things like that. So yes, there's, I think, 9 chapters I think I've got. So there's all them sort of different regions, and I do have a special chapter which is called Live Fire Legends, if I've got that right. I might change the wording like slightly bit, but I have got at the moment 5, maybe 6, what I would call pretty big live fire legends
Yeah.
who are willing to submit recipes. And these are from all around the world. So
Right.
I've spent quite a bit of time talking to people and messaging people and that. So yeah, that is volume 2. So I'll be releasing this probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks and get people on board. Depending on how it goes, and if people are into the concept, I sort of did put something out just before Christmas asking the question, and I got quite a good response. Yeah, it'd be a good idea, this, that, and the other. If nobody comes back to me, I'm going to be sat here cooking all these dishes and doing all this stuff.
I don't for a second think that's going to be the case, John.
No, well, you never know, though, do you? I mean, I don't know. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I did think this about the first one, and that sort of worked out right. So, but yeah, that is volume 2. It's going to be slightly different. I mean, as you know, with the volume 1, we've got a directory. You can't really do that with a global cookbook.
Yeah.
There is obviously in the original one, there's the about your meat and bits and pieces like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's as it's worked in volume 2. It is. I'm really excited by it because I think the layout for the volume 1 is quite basic. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Easy. You pick it up, you read, and it's sort of pretty easy to sort of follow. What I try to do with volume 2 is make it a little bit more professional. The layouts of things is slightly different, and I've sort of scoured a lot of cookbooks of my own and sort of picked out little bits and pieces of how their layout is to what mine is. It's just learning curve, and that was the thing of working it out. But yeah, that's what I'm in with.
Are we actually hearing the formation of JW Publishing Limited?
Yes, yeah, I'm going to chuck building houses and I'm going to become an author.
Building words.
Yes. But it's something I do get I get bored very easily, and I need something to be occupying with time, really. Saying that, I'm self-employed, so I'm pretty busy work-wise, but I do get these ideas of doing things and being active, and as you know, I'm quite active within the barbecue community, not just with the book and various other bits and pieces. So, and I enjoy it, and that is a minute, and I'd just like to give a little bit back to other people, really.
Yeah, no, again, really so glad and happy for you that you've got this first one to print, but so excited about volume 2 already. I thought you'd have given yourself a little bit more of a grace period, but you're jumping straight back into the fire.
I think you've got to, really, because if I'd waited another 6 months while I'm on the crest of a wave with this one, it's sort of then let that keep going for 2 or 3 weeks, and then while people's the barbecue, and then I hit them with another one to get the recipes going again, you see. And then if I do it just before, like I say, by March time, and then people got all summer, then they can think, oh yeah, that'd be good, I can do that, I can do this. And if you hit them with it before Christmas, everybody's forgot about it and nobody's going to cook nothing till March, April. So there's a bit of strategy there, you see.
Well, talking about cooking, as you would have experienced the first time you came on, obviously we like to do barbecue bingo, but I thought we would do something slightly different. So what we've been doing of late is every time a guest comes onto the podcast, obviously they spin the wheel, they get an ingredient. All of the ingredients have been left by previous guests, and then each guest would leave one for the next guest. However, as we're celebrating the launch of the book, what I thought we could do is I got my daughter to go through the book and at random pick 10 recipes out of the book.
Right.
So, and then I thought we could randomly spin the wheel, John, and whatever it lands on, whichever recipe out of the book, we'd love you to have a go at cooking it.
Right, I'm just looking at which it is.
So we have got sausage bombs from Alton Barbecue,
Yeah,
shotgun shells from Flame Meats Woods,
yeah.
kettle fried chicken from Kamado John, chicken and crispy potato bake from Cave Dad Food, pizza burger, although I realised I couldn't spell, Big House Barbecue UK, beef cheek tacos from Smokeface Griller, beef short ribs from Twisted Ribs, sweet chili halloumi from the Casual Barbecuer, brioche, a Biscoff brioche bread pudding by RD Barbecue, and Sue's famous chocolate brownie, Sue Stoneman. So those were the 10 that my daughter picked. She clearly likes fried chicken and
Yes.
sweet stuff. But what do you think? Happy to give it a go?
Yes, not a problem. I know all these. I don't even need to pick the book up. I know these recipes inside out.
I was going to say, yeah, you know the method and things just off by heart
Yeah,
now, don't you?
yeah, I can tell you. It is just briefly. I could just tell you exactly who did what and who's cooked what and how much work I've had to put into. Most of these look about. I'm glad your daughter didn't pick some of them because some of them were quite difficult to do. But yeah, not a problem. I can do these.
Sounds good. Right, let's give it a spin and see what you get. Ooh,
I know what I'm most excited by. I would love to see the Biscoff brioche bread pudding come up.
me too. Me
Yeah?
too.
Actually, I would because I've been meaning to do this one. I have done some of them already.
See, I've been meaning to do the shotgun shells recipe, a shotgun shell recipe for ages, so I definitely will be doing that one. But anyway, let's give it a spin.
Come on, Biscoff brioche bread pudding. Oh, it was close in the end.
So the sweet chili halloumi from the Casual Barbecuer.
Right. That's pretty simple, isn't it? Because you know something? Out of all them dishes, I don't know if you ever saw running up to Christmas, I did a little teaser where I was cooking recipes. I think I took one from each chapter.
Was that one you did?
The only
Was it
one on
lost?
there, I'm thinking, I've already done one of those. I've already done it, and I thought it's never going to land on that. But yeah,
So does that mean that we should spin it again just because so you've got something different?
no, that's good. No, that is really when I did that dish. It is quite a simple recipe. There's not loads to it,
Yeah.
but it works so well, and that was the biggest thing when I did a lot of these recipes. I mean, but no, I'm quite happy with that. It's quite a low fat one as well, so it works pretty well for me.
Sounds good. Can't wait to see it. So again, obviously, just to kind of get you back, I appreciate we spent most of our time talking about the book, but is there anything else, John, that you wanted to kind of...
Well, yeah, I've got quite a lot going on. I'm doing and a couple of events regarding the cookbook as well. So we're doing al fresco chapel. They asked me if I would be interested in doing an event up there where it's a ticketed event and the proceeds from the profits that we make from that are going to the two charities. So we put it out a few weeks ago, and I think we limited it to 20 tickets or 20 people, and within 4 hours it sold out. So I had a quick message and would you be able to do another date? So we said yes, and that was on the Saturday night, and by the Sunday dinner time the rest of it was sold out as well. So
I mean,
within 2 days I'd sold out 2 events and that was pretty good. And I've got quite a lot going on actually. I've got a few festivals that I'm cooking at. I'm doing open days at various places, again at Al Fresco Chapel and things like that. But yeah, it's been eventful and
that sounds it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
hopefully see you out and about in person then this year.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping to probably get down to Sizzle Fest. The guys down there have sort of asked about the book and things like that, so possibly get down there and do stuff down there. I don't really plan a great deal of things to go to festivals with work, but obviously with the book and that, I've been asked a little bit more than usual, and it's good. It's good to go out though. I mean, I've done quite a lot of the recipes from the book, and it's good to go out there and cook in front of people and do things. The recipes that people have sent in. So, but that was a big thing at the weekend, seeing people actually tagging me into cooks of what they've done and trying the recipes out. So it works pretty well. So I've done something right, haven't I?
Big tick. Life
Yes.
goal.
Yeah, there was another a lovely thing that happened as well on Friday was the little griller, which is Laura from the Hodgkiss family and Adam. Now, he'd gone to school. He'd put a recipe in the book. I think panko cod loin, something like that it was. And he'd gone to school to talk about his recipe, and they got him up in the school. I think it must have been an assembly, and he got an award for actually.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so he took the book and explained what he'd done, and I mean that. To be honest, I mean I'm a builder and I work in construction. It's a tough old industry, but that welled me up. Did that when I saw the message come up, and I thought, God, that if anything never happened with the book, for that to happen to a young kid to go to school and speak in front of his school and say, "This is what I've done. I've done this. I've put a recipe, and it's been printed in a cookbook." I mean that really does mean a lot. I mean, if it's helped that lad go out and his friends and school teachers and this, that, and the other, it was a special moment, was that. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, great story. And again, I suppose that just demonstrates the value of the work that you've put into it, and the contributions that everyone's made, and just adds to the whole piece, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have done this without the community. I can't even write a recipe. I wouldn't even know where to start. I'm all right putting them all together and putting it in order now. But no, I mean, I've always said right from the beginning, this book was for everybody. And it was a chance, as I said earlier on, to get everybody who wants a recipe in a cookbook, especially with us all being foodies and this, that, and the other, to have a recipe in a cookbook. And obviously you get things like the little story there from the little griller who went up there, did George with his school, and other people who have messaged me, thanks very much to put, I've got my recipe in a book and things like that. But yeah, it's a special moment, and I'm very proud of everybody who's been involved with it. And
rightly so. So John, as we kind of wrap up the episode and the catch up, obviously it's fantastic to have you back. Where, for people that may have forgotten already, where can they go to get the cookbook?
Right. So if you go on the bio on my Johns.barbecue account on Instagram, and also I've got to keep remembering now, the Barbecue Community Cookbook account, the bio in there as well, and there's a link in there, and you can click the link and it'll take you straight to Amazon. So it's that's how you get involved. But just very quickly, I mean, the other big thing as well about the cookbook was 2 or 3 days after it was being launched, you have the categories. I don't know if you know how these things work on Amazon, but you've got categories of certain books. You get, I don't know, air fryer books, and then you get barbecue books. And when I pressed on the barbecue books, and it goes to bestsellers, now we were second for the first week. I think just about a week, maybe 4 days. But yeah, we were second. And below me was Jamie Oliver. And I think Genevieve Taylor's book, I can't remember, she might have been below me. And then Only Slagging brought his out the same time, and he was at number 1. So I was in pretty good company, really, to be there. Tom Kerridge was below us. So yeah, it was pretty awesome to see that when it flashed up, and the community cookbook was second. So
print screen, put that on a t-shirt, and wear that to all of the events you do.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, it has been special. I always thought it would be. I mean, a lot of people used to say to me, yeah, it'd be brilliant, great idea. But until it's out there and you see the response, it's. But yeah, it's worked out pretty well, really.
Absolutely. Well, John, thank you ever so much for coming back onto the show. It was great to catch up with you again. Massive, massive well done for putting this together. And more importantly, we look forward to volume 2.
Yes, yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your support. And obviously, 3 years ago when when it was an idea and you supported me then and you had me on, so I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Great
No,
to see
thank
you.
you, John. Cheers.
Thank you.
So that's it for another episode of the Meet and Greet Barbecue podcast. Thank you so much, John, for coming back on. And again, a huge congratulations for getting the Barbecue Community Cookbook over the line. I know you've been working on it for so long and it's fantastic. And I can't wait to get more involved with some of the recipes on there. As always, thank you so much for listening. You can get involved with us by checking out our social media pages, going on to our website, just Googling Meet and Greet Barbecue Podcast. We would love to hear from you. And please do like, subscribe, leave a review. That all helps us reach more people. But until next time, keep on grilling. Today's episode of the Meet and Greet Barbecue podcast is brought to you by AOS Outdoor Kitchens. They are the South's leading outdoor kitchen design and installation specialists.